Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to welcome everyone here today, students, parents, families, and friends, to the 2024 Dakota High School Commencement Ceremony. Today, it will be our privilege to celebrate nearly 700 graduates as they cross this stage. Today, we will be honoring Dakota's 27th graduating class. After today, the class of 2024 will forever be a part of Dakota's history. At this time, I would like to invite the graduation choir and members of the mixed varsity choir under the direction of Mr. Tyler Dargis to the stage to perform our national anthem. We invite everyone to stand as we honor America, as well as the men and women of our armed forces. Thank you to the choir. What a beautiful performance. And if you noticed in the distance, the A-10s of the U.S. Air Force in flight, we arranged for that. No, we were just lucked out with that with the air show in town this weekend. As we begin today's ceremony, I would like to take a moment to introduce important members of our district and school leadership teams, all of whom work tirelessly to provide the best possible educational experience for all of our students on a daily basis. I will start by introducing members of Chippewa Valley's committed and dedicated Board of Education. Our president, Mr. Ken Pearl. Vice President, Denise Aquino. Secretary, Shannon King. Treasurer, Bruce Wade. Trustee, Christopher Gura. And Trustee, Mr. Robert Wojtovich. And from our central office administrative team, our superintendent, Mr. Ron Roberts. Assistant Superintendent for Educational Services, Dr. Donald Brodsky. Executive Director for Secondary Education, Mr. Paul Sibley. And Executive Director for Innovation and Learning, Dr. Karen Langlands. I'd also like to introduce members of our building administrative team here from Dakota High School, Principal of the 9th Grade Center, Mr. Jonathan Jones. Assistant Principal, Mr. Jason Braveris. Assistant Principal, Dr. Renee Rybant. Assistant Principal, Mr. Tom Downham. Assistant Principal, Mr. Anthony Maniscalco. Administrative Intern, Ms. Andrea Noel. Our Athletic Director, Mr. Shane Finney. And our Scheduling Coordinator and Data Mining Specialist, Ms. Nancy Coulter. At this time, I'd also like to give special recognition to Mr. Maniscalco, who is participating in his final commencement ceremony here at Dakota High School as he retires from public education after 25 years of service to our school district. Thank you, Tony, for everything that you have contributed to Dakota during your time at our school, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. And finally, for helping plan today's ceremony as well as all of our Senior events this year, I'd like to thank our two senior class advisors, Dr. Tony McFarland and Ms. Tracy Tancredi. And also with us today as a guest of honor is our 2023-24 Dakota High School Teacher of the Year, Ms. Christina Sobota. Ms. Sobota is one of the most beloved teachers we have on staff here at DHS, inspiring young authors in her creative writing class, in addition to shaping future medical professionals as part of our medical academy. Congratulations, Christina, on the honor of being named this year's Dakota High School Teacher of the Year. And now to the class of 2024. While at Dakota, you have done some amazing things and you've had a multitude of experiences. Many of you have created unforgettable moments participating in the wide variety of student club and activity groups our school offers. With that said, I'd like to take time to point out that as a recognition of involvement in clubs and activities, many of our students are wearing an assortment of activity cords with their caps and gowns at today's ceremonies. A listing of all 31 different cords being worn by this year's graduates is provided in the commencement program booklet. Perhaps our greatest point of pride this year is the fact that we are graduating 294 seniors with academic honors, having earned a 3.50 grade point average or higher. It definitely deserves a round of applause, for sure. This year's graduating class includes 94 students graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 3.50 to 3.74 through their first 7 semesters of high school, earning cum laude or with honor status. Wearing cum laude medals with a yellow ribbon, will our cum laude graduates please stand and turn to the audience to be recognized. Thank you. The class of 2024 also included 74 students graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 3.75 to 3.89, wearing magna cum laude medals for with high honor status. With the yellow ribbon, will our magna cum laude students please stand and turn to be recognized. And finally, we have 126 students graduating this year with a cumulative grade point average of 3.90 or higher. They will be graduating summa cum laude status or with highest honor. Wearing summa cum laude medals with a gold ribbon, will our summa cum laude graduates please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one more round of applause to recognize all of our students graduating with honors today. And now, to the class of 24, I'd like to share some reflections on this school year and some thoughts looking ahead. I'd like to first start by thanking this year's senior class for your leadership and the example you set for our school. It has indeed been quite a 4 years for the class of 2024. You have accomplished much and learned even more during your time at DHS. The knowledge and skills you have gained through our school's curriculum will undoubtedly serve you well as you graduate. However, the experiences you've gained in life will be equally, if not more, impactful as you move into adulthood. As you move into the next part of your life as high school graduates, I encourage you to reflect upon your experiences over the past 4 years and make a commitment moving forward to live your life with character, integrity, and a heart for others and the common good. Our world, nation, and state and community need more harmony, unity, and peace nowadays. I encourage you to be leaders. Leaders unite. Have an opinion, but share it in humility and open-mindedness to the opinions of others at the same time. Pause before you post or speak and think about whether or not what you are typing or saying is kind. If it's not kind, then what purpose is your message serving? Look for the good in others and lift it up and celebrate it. Everyone, regardless of who they are or what their background is, has something to offer. Be an optimist. We have enough naysayers and critics out there these days. Be someone who works to turn the tides of negativity into waves of hope and positivity. And be grateful. Research has shown that embracing and focusing on gratitude is one of the most effective ways to combat negativity, anxiety, and depression, and instead build resilience. Thank you to the class of 2024, and thank you to everyone who has supported you along the way of what has been an incredible, unforgettable journey. Students, we wish you all the best as you move to the next phase of your lives. as high school graduates. You have done us proud during your time at DHS, and you will leave here today officially as proud alumni of Dakota High School. Know that you are always welcome at your high school alma mater, and always be proud to be a Dakota Cougar. Thank you. It is now my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce Mr. Ron Roberts, our district superintendent, to say a few words. Mr. Roberts began his career with Chippewa Valley Schools as an elementary teacher in 1978 and has served as superintendent of Chippewa Valley Schools since December of 2010. Mr. Roberts has always been someone to admire in our school district, consistently serving as a model of successful leadership. Mr. Roberts. Try to hold the page here.
Mine, it's going to go wild. Good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to our esteemed parents, family members, Dakota staff, and most importantly, our graduating seniors. To our parents, on behalf of the Board of Education, thank you for entrusting us with the education of your graduating child. In a landscape filled with educational options, we are grateful that you chose Chippewa Valley Schools. And to our graduating students, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your contributions to our district. Schools are not merely structures, they are the crucibles of growth, learning, and exploration. As educators, our duty is to furnish you with opportunities for learning, for challenge, for collaboration, and for understanding oneself and others. That's what we do as public educators. We provide opportunities in a diverse setting. Figuratively speaking, we just set the table. What you do is provide the open mind necessary to lead in your own learning and the drive to excel. This will be true throughout your life. It will not be about what others do for you. It will be about what you contribute, what you bring to the table. Students, my biggest joy as a superintendent is witnessing what you do bring to the table. Experiencing your drive and dedication is so fulfilling to me as an educator. I know that many of you have faced challenges. Nevertheless, you have displayed resilience, and thus you are sitting here today as a high school graduate. As you move on, be mindful of what it is you love to do and what you are good at doing, and let this always lead you on your path forward. Now, as you turn the page to a new chapter, reflect on the experiences and relationships you have forged here. Let these moments guide you as you strive for personal growth and fulfillment. Here are a few things to consider while making your way in life. Remember the power of acceptance over rejection, of compliments over criticism. Seek to understand before casting judgment. Embrace connection, avoid isolation. Look to the future while learning from the past. Uplift people with optimism while refraining from anchoring others with negativity. And always remember to smile. That simple act can build bridges to places you never expected to go. As you venture further into the world, I have no doubt that you will achieve wonderful things. But amidst your pursuits, never forget your roots. Carry with you the pride of being graduates of Chippewa Valley Schools. And before I conclude, allow me to share a personal reflection. While I may not boast the title of the smartest, the most talented, or the most creative, I have always strived to bring a little joy into your lives, especially through those earth-shaking snow day announcements. So, as you chase your dreams, remember the impact of bringing joy to others. It is a legacy worth aspiring to. To the graduating class of 2024 from Dakota High School, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. And now I would like to introduce Mario Quaglia, our senior class president, who will now share a few words on behalf of the senior class. I've got you right here too if you want to.
Thank you. There it goes. So real quick, I'm gonna only see you guys one more time, so I'm gonna take a quick picture if you guys don't mind. All right, ready? All right, now I'll get this over with. Good afternoon. I'm Mario Quaglia, and I'm honored to be up here today as Dakota's senior class president. You may know me from the Quaglia broadcast, or you could have saw me on your Ring doorbell picking up bottles for our bottle drives. Maybe you saw me in the cougar suit, or you may not know me at all. But before I begin, like everyone else before me, I'd like to say thank you all for being here on behalf of the senior class. From the school board to Dakota staff to the boosters in the concession stand, we appreciate you. And on a side note, I would like to say to my parents, thank you. I would like you to know that this is the biggest way I can think of to say thank you for who I am. Thank you for the late nights driving me around for hockey. Thank you for trying to let me learn to play the saxophone without complaints. And thank you for being there for me. And to the rest of the friends, parents, family, neighbors, butchers, and postmen, thank you for making us who we are. Now, senior year started on September 5th, the day after Labor Day, the same as it ever was. The bell still rang after every hour and the day continued, the same as it ever was. We took home projects, made presentations, and wrote essays, the same as it ever was. But what I didn't realize was that this truly would be the last run. I figured I would get to the end and then the next first day of high school would be just a summer away. But it wasn't. I think about those last days of school and how nice it was to know we'd all see each other again, same time, same place, same people. But there was something strange as we started to approach the last day this year. Instead of scheduling next year's classes, we were deciding on our plans after high school, planning graduation parties, watching the sunset on our senior year, and taking that final walk through the atrium. But even as much as we want to move forward, sometimes we have to take a quick look back. Walking in as freshmen, who would have thought that there was a limit to high school? But the limit does exist, not only in calculus, but in all we've ever done. There are only 13 first days and 13 last days, 65 state-required fire drills, and 4 homecomings. Everything has its limit. But what we don't realize is how quickly that limit approaches. First, it's 4 years away, then 4 months, 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 hours, 4 minutes, and then we're all sitting here in our cap and gown waiting for our diplomas. But even as we approach the limit of high school, we forgot that we approached the limit of our childhood. We have reached the point in time where we have made all the memories that we will refer to as the when I was a kid memories. We have come to the end of a certain point in our lives that we never thought would truly end. Because as much as we want to hold on, it's all just slowly slipped away. All through the childhood that we are leaving behind now, we are asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I can say now that I'm grown up, I just want to be a kid again, maybe for just one more minute. I want to be outside riding bikes. I want to put my backpack in a cubby. I want to sit in the back seat of my parents' car and ask, are we there yet? I just want to go back, but the lights have to go out, and the ice cream has to melt, and we all have to grow up. Yet I still find myself asking time and time again, where did all the time go? But it's because all we ever did was rush to the next thing. We were coached to look to the future, but we were never really told to hold on to the present. And now we will take the step across the stage and leave those childhoods behind. We can't go back. Life will go on. It always has, it always will. It's just the persistent cycle of life. Because even as we graduate today as the class of 2024, tomorrow the class of 2037 graduates preschool, and the cycle continues. On and on and on, the cycle of focusing on what comes next when the moment in front of you is neglected for the hope of what follows goes on. So when the tide is high, hold on to the present. Look less at the future because nothing is guaranteed until the moment it happens. It's not so much where are you going or where have you been, but rather where are you now? Because soon enough, your childhood bedroom will be vacant, the car you park in the driveway won't move as much anymore, and the neighborhood friends you played with all those years will too have grown up and moved away. So in the weeks that follow today, don't let the call to say goodbye to your childhood go unanswered. But you have to move on. I promise you that these years aren't the only joyful ones you'll have, but they're the first ones you'll look back on. So give the ending to this part of your life the goodbye it deserves. It was with you for your first missing tooth. It was with you when you first learned to ride a bike. It was with you when you got your license, and it will be with you up until the very moment you cross this stage. But after that, you will leave it behind. You can look back, but it'll never be the same. It'll fade with time and be buried beneath everything else life brings, but it won't disappear. So when you do walk across this stage, don't rush it. Look out and look back, but don't be sad thinking that this is the end. Instead, look out and realize that today marks the beginning of the rest of your life. And when you step off this stage with your diploma in hand and your childhood behind, don't ask yourself, are we there yet? Instead, look around, take a moment and ask yourself, where am I? Congratulations to the class of 2024. Look both ways and have a good one.
Thank you, Mario. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 2024 graduation choir under the direction of Mr. Tyler Dargis for the musical interlude. Thank you to the choir. What an amazing performance. Thank you for the performance just now on this stage and all of the amazing performances you brought to our stages over the years. Great job. Thank you. And now I invite John Cunningham to the stage to introduce this year's staff commencement speaker. Right here if you want it, or you can raise your hand. Good.
Hello, class of 2024. If you didn't know me already, my name is John Cunningham, and I was lucky enough to serve as this year's senior class vice president. First and foremost, I would like to thank the phenomenal staff that we have here at Dakota High School for always going above and beyond to put us in the best position to succeed. Since first meeting us through a computer screen, each member of the staff has put in the extra effort over the past 4 years to give us the best high school experience imaginable. It is my honor to introduce you all to one of these staff members today as our staff speaker for the ceremony. Today's speaker is quite familiar with this stage, being that this is his second time being selected as the staff speaker during his time here at Dakota. He is best known for coaching track and teaching forensic science, but he has also taught sections of earth science, biology, and physical education. He's a true Spartan at heart, earning 3 degrees during his time at Michigan State. He's also a father of 4 who loves home improvement projects and building Legos with his kids. In the classroom, he flashes a colorful personality and loves to keep his students engaged in his teaching. As a second career teacher, he takes a different approach in his teaching style by creating hands-on lessons and teaching through stories. His primary focus in the classroom is creating a positive work environment and building meaningful relationships with his students, something that he has been extremely successful in doing. So without any further ado, I am pleased to introduce this year's staff speaker, Mr. Richard Pagetta.
Good afternoon, parents, friends, family, our distinguished guests, administrators, members of the school board, and all of you sitting in front of me, the senior class of 2024. Today's your last day as a Dakota student, a day that 4 years ago seemed so far away as your high school journey began starting on Teams meetings in the middle of a global pandemic. While the pandemic affected every one of you differently, I'd like to take a moment for you now to pause and reflect on those that can't be here today to celebrate with you. Also, make sure to give an extra hug and thank you to your loved ones that are. I'm honored to be standing here today as the last high school teacher you get to listen to. For some of you, I was your first high school teacher as well. Whether you had me for freshman biology, phys ed, or as juniors in earth science, or as seniors in forensic science, or I've been your track coach, or I've helped you in the weight room. We've been through a lot together these past 4 years. When we first met as freshmen, you were a little more than just initials in a black circle on a screen full of black circles. Aside from some random sound effects from some unmuted mics, or Mela saying hi to everyone every single day, or Colin hanging back after virtual classes to talk about Lego. You are all still just a black screen of emptiness and loneliness. I'll never forget the day during your freshman year that Juliana and Haley convinced you all to turn your cameras on and talk to me. You all came alive and surprised me. In a time when we were all struggling to make school meaningful and teaching science in a 6-foot by 8-foot locker room office as far away as possible from any other human being in the 9th grade center, you all found a way to make a lasting impression on me. To many of you, to have you again as juniors and seniors, to hear your sides of that story just made it even more special. Thank you. It's important to realize that sometimes even the smallest of gestures can make the biggest impacts. Given that this is my last opportunity to make an impact on you as a Dakota Cougar, I'd like to share with you some advice I was given when I was your age. When I was at Michigan State, I held quite a few part-time jobs, one of which was working for a local pizza place for a man named Ken. And I'll never forget one piece of advice he gave me. We were prepping all the food for the day, early in the morning. And he said, always do the hardest stuff first. That way, if you get busy later, all you have left to finish are the easy things. At the time, he was referring to making pizzas. Yet, you can apply that advice to anything in life. Do the hard things first, before life happens, or before you get bogged down with other things. Don't push the hard things to the bottom of your to-do list, or put them off until later and then scramble or make excuses when you can't get it done. You've all experienced a computer crashing when you're writing a paper, or red lights and traffic jams when you're already late. Stay ahead of the things that life is going to throw at you. Make it a priority to do the hard things first. The second words of wisdom I was given years before I met Ken, and unfortunately, this was advice that I really didn't take to heart. At 18 years old, I thought I had everything figured out. Yet, now at my age, looking back, this is the one thing that I would go back and change. This one piece of advice might have completely changed my life. I was simply told, if you work hard now, you can play hard later. But if you play hard now, you'll be working hard the rest of your life. Well, I spent my 20s playing pretty hard. And sure enough, I'm working pretty hard now to make up for it. You know, my colleagues and friends that are my age are getting ready to retire and enjoy the rest of their life with their family, and I'm a solid 15 plus years away from that. 18-year-old me didn't really think ahead of what life would be like when I was in my 40s. If I had, I would have worked harder. I would have made better choices in my 20s. As you embark upon this next journey of life, remember that every choice you make has long-lasting effects that ripple throughout your life. Perhaps a college course derails your hopes and you want to change majors. Perhaps that decision might cost you thousands in additional student loans or tuition costs. It might set your career back years. Perhaps you reach a crossroads and you opt for the easier path, only to find later that you're now stuck climbing out of a pretty deep hole. When those situations present themselves, remember these words. Choose the harder stuff to do first. Save the easy stuff for later. Focus on working hard while you're young so you can set up your future self and enjoy the years later in life with your future families. It has been an absolute pleasure watching you grow up these last 4 years. You persevered wearing masks, staying 6 feet apart, spraying down chairs and tables after every class period, being stuck at home in mandatory quarantine, getting to know your classmates and teachers on Teams calls, having your temperature checked every day at practice, and who knows how many cotton swabs up your nose. We've come out of these last 4 years very different than when we started, and I'm proud of how you've all adapted. Thank you for choosing me to give you one last lesson in high school. I wish you all the success and happiness in the future, and please keep in touch. Now that you've graduated, I can follow you back on your socials and watch how your future unfolds. And I'm excited for what you do. All the best, Poj.
Thank you, Mr. Pogetta. And now for our final speaker of today's ceremony, I would like to introduce Karen May, who will now share some reflections on behalf of the senior class of 2024. Got it here too if you want to use this copy.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and of course, the class of 2024. My name is Karen May, and it is my honor to be speaking before you all on this monumental day. Before I begin, I'd like to thank my family for the endless sacrifices they've made to support me every step of the way, and to all my friends for the color and joy they bring into my life every day. Without you all, I would not be the person I am today. For years, we have counted down to and dreamed of what graduation day would look like for us, and we can finally say that we've made it. Who we are today is a reflection of every tiny, seemingly insignificant moment we've gone through. We are each a mosaic of every interaction and experience, every friendship and test, every success and failure, and all of the changes we've gone through, which, ironically, change is something that I've hated throughout high school, and something that I think makes everyone at least a little uncomfortable. Whether it was having a class hour switched, having to change your hallway walking routine, learning for the first time how to fight for your life in the parking lot after school, or the biggest one, transitioning from childhood to adulthood, change is the inevitable that is unknown. In the endless void of uncertainty, it is normal to feel confused or unsure. We question whether we have what it takes to adapt to a new reality, but despite that, we have and will continue to face changes that will define our characters and paths, stretch our limits, and force us to face the toughest battles. Even the simple changes after our time here will be missed, whether it is cheering from the top of our lungs at sports games, buying a bagel from the Cougar Den on Fridays, or simply just seeing your friends every day. With that also comes the things that we definitely won't miss. We can say goodbye to the days of taking a blue pass to go to the bathroom, and of course, the 6-hour dash to the parking lot. It is bittersweet to leave this sense of familiarity and the memories that have defined our lives for the last 4 years. In the end, you never think that the last time is the last time. You think there will be more, you think you have forever, but you don't. However, it is important not to dwell on the memories because living in the past leaves no room for the future. And you know what? I'm guilty of staring in the rearview mirror a bit too much as well. I find myself imagining what my life would be like if I hadn't taken that one risk, if I had different friends, had different beliefs, or the infinite directions that my life could have gone. And I remind myself that I didn't go through all that change for nothing. And I'm certain that all of you didn't either. Change is not permanent, it is evolution. Although you won't see your friends every day at school anymore, make an effort to keep in touch with those who matter to you. You may not be able to participate in the same extracurricular activities or hobbies, but continue seeking out and creating opportunities that feed your passions outside of these walls. I'm not going to stand here and tell you something cliche like, go out and change the world, but I'm going to tell you that you are in control of changing your own world. You decide who you surround yourself around, how you spend your time, how you respond to adversity, and even where you want to eat lunch since you can't get caught for leaving at lunch anymore. As we leave high school and enter the next chapter of our lives, we are going to be pulled into hundreds of directions and are going to be asked to make choices every day. So embrace the changes and challenges as they come. Every once in a while, life is going to throw us a difficult and unsettling choice, and I encourage you, while you have the time, to make the brave and tough choices, the ones that push you out of your comfort zone and will make your hands sweat just a bit. You may surprise yourself with the outcome and where you end up in life. One day, we will simply look back to these days filled with nothing but embarrassment and, of course, nostalgia. If you take one thing away from my speech today, take this. Nostalgia is proof that you are living a life worth living. It is a privilege to yearn for your own memories, and without stepping out into the unknown, we cannot miss something if it's all we've ever known. Class of 2024, this is only the beginning of so much that we are to become. The changes you have gone through have shaped the person that you are now sitting here in your cap and gown, and I hope that as we celebrate us today, you are nothing but proud of the person you become and are becoming to be. Lastly, and on a more personal note, and something somewhat cliche, don't be a stranger. I know in a graduating class this large, it is impossible to know and continue talking to nearly everyone here. But for yourself and I, interpret this with whoever you'd like in your mind. Don't become someone who I miss but cannot talk to. Don't become someone whose laugh I can recognize in a crowded room. Don't become someone whose life I watch through pictures, and don't become a distant memory. No matter where in life or however far, I will always be someone you can talk to, someone whose shoulder you can cry on, and someone who will celebrate your victories. So, don't be a stranger. Thank you, and congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, Karen. And now, Mr. Roberts and the Board of Education, it is my pleasure to present to you, on behalf of the DHS faculty, the members of the Dakota High School class of 2024 who have fulfilled the graduation requirements as set forth by the Chippewa Valley Board of Education for the bestowing of their high school diplomas. Reading the names of our graduates will be Dakota teachers, Ms. Stacy Comiford and Mr. Alex Nolan. The first students to cross our stage to receive their diplomas will be the summa cum laude graduates of the class of 2024.
Amelie Rathnaw.
Sienna Avery.
Tori Trumper.
Sierra Avery.
That one twice. Julia Trashel.
Madison Gaelic.
Julia Morgan.
Megan Lancaster.
Itunu Olabaye.
Ashley Gotchling.
Brooke Septowski.
Sania Akins. Leonora Joka.
Ava McIntosh.
Lily Cantalini.
Peyton Ruthig.
Emily Brown.
Kate Olsway.
Victoria Gentry.
Erin Van Howe.
Sophia Hickey.
Caitlin Threlkeld.
Desiree Delacruz.
Avery Smith.
Savannah Ferguson.
Johanna Tillman.
John Cunningham.
Ella Mislevy.
Angela Ella Zuvik.
Summer Netubish.
Ray Hojai.
Jaden Pilarski.
Christina Fakuri.
Olivia Amore.
Julian Estrada.
Mario Qualia.
Luca Demov.
Karen May.
Leonardo Durasovic.
Aiden McDonald.
Aaron Christian Angelus.
Trent Morin.
Caden Churko.
Mark Tomei.
Chandler Bowes.
Zayon Turner.
Akira Bell.
Joseph Toko.
Nadia Bednar.
Julia Sandals.
Christopher Kozlowski.
Gabriel Pauls.
Mackenzie Corbin.
Nicholas Riome.
Catherine Carlson.
Jacob O'Neill.
Alexander Carlson.
Benjamin O'Neill.
Michael Curry.
Cody Shane.
Jack Elzerman.
Tegan Malloy.
Kyle Boudet.
Josephina Maloney.
Bianca Kukarkov.
Abby Ing.
Diana Batansky.
Avery Pater.
Jaden Harberts.
Reagan Tensna.
Braden Garish.
Mary Varga.
Simon Davis.
Ava Plovey.
Lucas Berenson.
Sophia Yunin.
Erasmo Atseta.
Avery Lee.
Austin Collier.
Kennedy Pring.
Mia Dimov.
Carly Pretzer.
Kayla Dabrowski.
Daria Okruta.
Clevia Chakichi.
Dylan Porter.
Emma Friedrich.
Luca Polidori.
Isabella Cavatayo.
Megan Parisi.
Melanie Kernia.
Maeve McSherry.
Katie Hagyard.
Stephanie Prasilowski.
McKenna Carnival.
Alessandra Romero.
Donovan Hugh.
Ashwin Mahendran.
Jonathan Kurzawa.
Caden Warda.
Dominic D'Onofrio.
Tyler Matusik.
Jason Barra.
Brendan Red.
Timothy Carr.
Tyler Murphy.
Grayson Binford.
Michael Lico.
Quinn Bonner.
Jalen Nano. Tiana Marina. Noah Rostovsky. Joseph Pola. Alexander Tisik. Dylan Najer Williams. Holly Sam. Mariah Howard. Brooklyn Perrin. Ava Harvey. Brady Pyatt. Casey Phelan. Gavin Rozak. Sarah Mizek. Maya Manku. Jacob Lukasik. This concludes the presentation of our summa cum laude graduates. Congratulations to you all. Margot Lafif.
Natalie Brewert.
Daly Plank.
Luis Gustavo Agrippino.
Jacob Paperi.
Nathan Fredrickson.
Andrew Nunez.
Dante Dagatti.
Joseph Robinson.
Keegan Ames.
Emmanuel Pergioni.
Eliza Black.
Almaz Okanovic.
Abby Knott.
Noah Nacarado. Oop.
Jay Knapp.
Cooper Sokaz.
Caitlin Gruey.
Alberto Skrapetsky.
Caitlin Kress.
Camila Osachuk.
Catherine Bush.
Olivia Lyle.
Giselle Alois.
Olivia Stenzel.
Anne Marie Lamberson.
Marina Santos.
Sally Jones.
Alana Stojkovic.
Anna Braniff.
Ryan Peters.
Jake Golowski.
Ryan Warren.
Dominic DeMesa.
Maya Romanelli.
Sean Hilliard.
Emily Verkane.
Dominic Hintz.
Joseph Stuglin.
Dylan John.
Talon Stoskovic.
Ian John.
Lucas Wilson.
Asiatu Kamara.
Patrick Swichkowski.
Caitlin Cohen Darfer.
Christopher Russell.
Trevor Lassiter.
Adriana Di Mercurio.
Ava Ray Ballou.
Alyssa Stokes.
Madalena Battaglia.
Caitlin Zanetti.
Carlo Carandino.
Jacob Rogowski.
Lucas Hunter.
Thomas Nash.
Brendan Dunn.
Sophia Teolis.
Giovanni DiGiorgio.
Jaden Score.
Reese Cote.
Alyssa Sharp.
Donovan Joslin.
Michaela Shadowins.
Ildad Cato.
Olivia Petrie.
Delaney Davis.
Delaney Wilson.
Emily Daly.
Sophia Payne.
Dylan Giard.
Macy Wood.
Angelo Aziz.
Nina Waika.
Natalio Beto.
John Wilson.
Elijah Kazmika.
Anthony Markowski.
Cameron Frabus.
Matthew Wooters.
Dino DeSico.
Nick Toko.
Tayshawn James.
Michael Wooters.
Bianca Ala.
Landon Moore.
Luciana Candela.
Abigail Yipe.
Madison Adams.
Delaney Stryjecki.
Keenan Barozini.
Gracie Maloney.
Anthony Allison.
Mariah Morris.
Jeremy Bauer.
Demarion Stamps.
Andrew Gerling.
Raphael Sanawe.
Austin Hart.
Adam Perone.
Jack Gualdoni.
Henrik Schmid.
Nathan Hemerick.
Logan Miller.
Trevor Deankins.
Audrey Altersdorf.
Trevor Johnson.
Gabriella Zielinski.
Alancia Hermes.
Fernanda Paradella.
Fatima Benilam.
Ashley Willis.
Preston Gist.
Haneen Rima.
Katarina Campus.
Jamie Rokicki.
Matthew Caputo.
Colin Sneed.
Everett Anderson.
Kenyon Pritchard.
Star Adams.
Bryce Ward.
Kenzie Kirkus.
Trevor Oliver.
Haley Brandis.
Jalen Whitaker.
Allison Fluker.
Skylar Simmons.
Isabella Krager.
Isabella Olson.
Haley Isbell.
Olivia Manjapani.
Aubrey Berger.
Kaylee Young.
Xavier Gerd.
Addison Miles.
Logan Barnhart.
Julia Webb.
Ashley Hornung.
Adriana Monteleone.
Trinity Foreman.
Melitza Tegeltia.
Dominic Fornarola.
Reagan Rice.
Aiden Bashy.
Layla Van Hurlebeck.
Nicholas Avery.
Peyton Patrick.
Ella Goy.
Alexa Yaklin.
Elana Dordevsky.
Hannah Palmer.
Amelia Garcia Rivera.
Arianata Tatarin.
Jonah Beneman.
Angela Islua.
Jalen Booney.
Marcella Solaka.
Tajan Carter.
Benjamin Van Sickle.
Lena Adranya.
Keely McCabe.
Stella Gelano.
Sydney Puffpath.
Jennifer Borgai.
Paige Vaselinak.
Elena Karempa.
Faith Romanchuk.
Madison Dixon.
Juliana Vidoevsky.
Isabella Fitzgerald.
Isabel Nafso.
Carter Fox.
Justin Widoewski.
Dominic Hauk.
Benjamin Warner.
William Feeney.
Alec Wisty.
Brendan Griffith.
Nathaniel Robinson.
Samantha Cedar.
Demetrius Watson.
Max Gorski.
Connor Palazzolo.
Crystal Golder.
Jacob Manna.
Ella Harper.
Yusuf Shangi.
Caitlin Allen.
Matthew Perkins.
My daughter has the blue hair coming up. When she gets up here.
Robert Gerasimovsky.
Alexandria Zas.
John Luke Karumi.
Lucas Wynn.
Mela Cipriano.
Stavio Sheena.
Karina Cabarios.
Marvin Zamo.
Breelyn Botko.
Paige Ruthig.
Jordan Carter.
Alexa Profka.
Campbell Bonner.
Kaylee Pepper.
Marley Adams.
Jack Simon.
Emily Alirdi.
George Nahas.
Emily Collette.
Peter Lukai.
Mariah Belmont.
Bryce Smigo.
John Marcus Dela Cruz.
Justin Wiggins. Xavier Mason.
Aiden Booson.
Antonio Webb.
Carter Finzel.
Caleb Pritchard.
Nathan Fusco.
Vanessa Maitland.
Enzo Bellamo.
Devin Miller.
Evan Combs.
Vittorio Quagliata.
Madeline Burgess.
Orion Mucci.
Brad Haver.
Samuel Starna.
Francesco Amato.
Jacob Newman.
Caden Cookie.
Anthony St. Ange.
Ryan Denyes.
Evan Vogel.
Mason Apel.
Brady Mack.
Carson Daniel.
Colin Mikla.
Vito Bartolota.
Sophie Pillars.
Jack Hutton.
Lauren Yang.
Delia Aoun.
Kayla Suhito.
Elisa DeKiko.
Ahmed Mansour.
Kylie Browning.
Kendall Vojtovich.
Anais Gomez.
Angel Rodriguez.
Bella Gray. Faith Araney.
Michaela Patry.
Kaylee Keys.
Hudson West.
Cameron Ash.
Austin Tuchowski.
Isabella Jaxa.
Jack Naperkowski.
Aria Bento.
Bowen Michael Mendoza.
Simone Andrews.
Tyler Matta.
Gabrielle Harris.
Luke Nelson.
Talia Coleman.
Andrew Mossington.
Nevaeh Chalk.
Kyla Scott.
Mackenzie Carter.
Tambry Williams.
Annalisa Isaac.
Haley Patterson.
Leonard Brown.
Morgan Teedy.
Tommy Hurst.
Ava Palushai.
Francis Abuayash.
Aiden Shaw.
Francesco Kangemi.
Owen Plank.
Mario Skemi.
Antonio Polis.
Lauren King.
Tyler Milosavlevsky.
Benedetta Kalai.
Quentin Reichert.
Jonathan Chubb.
Joseph Ray.
Jake Kowalkowski.
Simon Millets.
Jake Andrews.
John Legabokoff.
Matthew Bomarito.
Aiden Morse.
Michael Felicia.
Marcello Redwick.
Mark Dedvukai.
Shane Scully.
Adrian Dimovsky.
Nicholas Pazzi.
Jacob Carpenter.
Dominic Tacconi.
Zachary Heron.
Jake Zaranek.
Joseph Francis.
Mia Menino.
Andrew Hong.
Jessica Moshenko.
Preston Jarrell.
Carson Schreiner.
Michael Kimbrough.
Lolita Salas.
Amelia Klima.
Evan Turan.
Brooklyn, hello.
Joseph Scaglione.
Sophia Dedvukovic.
Marcus Miller.
Jessica Ann Sierra.
Alexander Thomas.
Chloe Kozlowski.
Nathan Smith.
Genevieve Crowther.
John Thomas.
Grace Daniels.
Ali Shaba.
Amanda Harvey.
Augustin Velasquez Castillo.
Sophia Ensroth.
James Lankovich.
Ava Hoagland.
Cameron Salim.
Emma Brookins.
Ali Sheik.
Amelia Cami.
Trey Lyons.
Maya Forrest.
Nicholas Linus.
Brooke Besky.
Austin Murray.
Caitlin Havey.
Giuseppe Vitale.
Ava Dyer.
Benjamin Smith.
Alvin Bitty.
Trevor Rose.
Alyssa Finch.
Austin Wink.
Cecilia Farrow.
Zachary Rapp.
Emily Cormandy.
Angelina Samuel.
Haley Gelios.
Macacia Lloyd.
Katie Demara.
Ava Smith.
Ava Hintz.
Gianna Senna.
Rihanna Hakeem.
Isabella Malkowski.
Danielle Durazuski.
Blanca Onesco.
Evangelia Kadarias.
Amy Toma.
Michael Kadarias.
Aurora Shehu.
Benjamin Bamarito.
Elizabeth Whitey.
Nicholas Athanas.
Colson Phillips.
David Svetkoski.
Isabella Ritter.
Finn Anderson.
Shay Moran.
Joseph Hindman.
Jack Sieve.
Alexander Karabin.
Sophia Raha.
Aiden Knuckles.
Julia Zybura.
Christian Holland.
Rebecca Ottinger.
Danny Hanna.
Chloe Moses.
McKenna Kaczynski.
Alexa Pardon.
Isabella Jarvis.
Erica McLennan.
Mackenzie Jarvis.
Ella Leslie.
Mina Alosici.
Mary McNaughton.
Christiana Dukai.
Alice Murtada.
Teresa Hermes.
Ava Nolan.
Daniela Carion.
Savannah Smith.
Mira Abby Sumra.
Ariana Sands.
William Jufrey.
Mia Lumeta.
Alexandra Damioli.
Elena Van Pammel.
Addison Brown.
Alexis Leitz.
Trevor Bala.
Megan Tarimi.
Aiden Laskowski.
Olivia Zatuna.
Aiden Dumala.
Ava Miller.
Jonathan Adams.
Kiera Pomeroy.
Marcel Isso.
Megan Stramer.
Nick Gorski.
Aiden Stanson.
Ahmed Hadzik.
Trace Tipplehorn.
Seth Jabori.
Russell Thomas.
Gavin Allport.
Jordan Rivera.
Benin Al-Sudani.
Gabriella McCrary.
Gracie Fillo.
Zoe White.
Laura Hanuna.
Finian Myers.
Skylar Blackie.
Emma Volker.
Renee Farley.
Jasmine Travis.
Coster Fairman.
Nathaniel Cedar.
Hunter Greer.
Ashley Parisi.
Yusuf Boutros.
Anton Sulatai.
Logan Amor.
Deacon Sinwasa.
Dominic Hogan.
Tyler Malacheski.
Joseph Cabas.
Matthew Webb.
Emma Harb.
Alex Plumy.
India Anderson.
Sinead Mady.
James Connors Yellick.
Zachy Murphy.
Leah Jones.
Brendan Persbicki.
Dania Easterling Fleck.
Gabe Shino.
Nor Atia.
Kayla Chisevsky.
Emily Chavez Martinez.
Harjani Thind.
Caroline Guy.
Sandrine Sacy.
Adrian Hantuken.
Emily Wright.
Erica G.
Samantha Lewis.
Riley Curriton.
Vani Malhotra.
Avery Kettlehut.
Sean Sutton.
Jessica Gallagher.
Brianna Tickles.
Alex Balia.
Sophia Starna.
Parker Cipriano.
Julia Londo.
Adam Bonanno.
Madeline Weber.
Kate Davidson.
Selena Rizzo.
Lauren Davidson.
Ariana Widmer.
Frederick Fuccineri.
Sarah Palazzolo.
Piper Gendernell.
Peter Nadaf.
Deborah Quinn Grenels.
Sierra Mulally.
Rolando Canales.
Sefin Sinjari.
Connor DeRuyter.
Landon Marida.
Adam Hamade.
Landon Ruthig.
Christopher Goff.
Allison Leck.
Akias Balicki.
Abigail Young.
Cassidy Bolton.
Connor Meehan.
Evan Chanaki.
Grace Mendola.
Paul Bogos.
David Shefke.
Rebecca Barzakowski.
Noel Sarka.
Martina Redwick.
Andrew Petties. Aaron Nichols.
Anita Cachador.
Damari McCoy.
Cheyenne Morris.
Fetty Naji.
Jason Foster.
Momar Roberson Wade.
Harmon Sharma.
Justin Rokicki.
Anthony Rendazzo.
Ferris Qureshi.
Charles Perang.
Julia Rutkowski.
Aaron Tucker.
Landon Picone.
Evan Joyner.
Ariel Phillips. Jassa Purifori.
All right, now you go to Mr. Koski.
Benjamin Rexter.
Hold on.
Jolana Jenkins. Brandon Sobolewski.
Hold on, Brandon.
Deacon Daskew. Isaac Corral.
Hold on, Isaac. There you go.
Anthony Johnson. Alex Bayer.
Hold on, Alex. All right, go to Mr. Koski.
Mark Haddo. Aiden Knoll. Luka Dimovsky. Lorenzo Dale. Andrea Bell. Delana Gordon. Sophia Falmer, DeAndre Knight, and Jerry Gant.
Yep, good. Congratulations once again to everyone in the class of 2024. Let's hear it for our graduates. And now I would like to invite Mario Quaglia, your president, back to the podium to lead the turning of the tassels to make the graduation of the Dakota High School class of 2024 official.
Thank you. It fell off somewhere between an hour ago and now. So I actually didn't prepare anything to say because I didn't know I had to do this. So, real quick, you're going to be turning your tassels from right to left. So, just remember that you are unwritten, regardless of whatever way your tassel is. So, all right, on 3, right to left. You're graduating. You know your rights? Okay. 1, 2, 2.5, 3.
All the way.
Congratulations.
That was supposed to wait till the end there, everyone. We had that planned after the recessional in front of the logo at midfield. So, if you can collect a hat or a cap anywhere nearby, I was going to give you instructions with some closing comments. So everybody, grab a hat and have a seat. It's okay. All right, everybody, if you could just have your seat for just one more short moment. Class of 2024, I want to congratulate you one final time. All right, everybody. Graduates, I want to congratulate you one final time. We are proud of you and everything that you have accomplished here as students at Dakota High School. And we look forward to watching what you achieve as the newest class of proud Dakota alumni. We wish each and every one of you the very best on your future. Before we begin the recessional, I'd like to take a moment to recognize some very dedicated parents, and 2 in particular, who have worked incredibly hard on behalf of the seniors this year. The celebration for our graduates doesn't end with commencements. Tonight is the senior all-night party at Dave & Buster's, and we want to take a moment to thank Ms. Jennifer Menino and Ms. Dawn Toko and all of our senior parents and the volunteers for their dedication in planning the fundraising efforts that are going to make tonight's celebration wonderful for our graduates. Thank you, Ms. Menino and Ms. Toko, and everyone who has worked on this year's all-night party. So now we are about ready to close today's ceremony, and graduates, we want to have you remain at your seats until you're released by your staff ushers. This year's recessional will be a short one, as it will end at midfield for one final graduation tradition. Some of you practiced already, and that's the celebratory graduation cap toss. So graduates, what we want you to do is we want you to gather between the 40-yard lines, between the Cougar Head logo and the sidelines to get ready for the hat toss picture. The wind, obviously, very strong coming out of the west. Hopefully the bleachers will block it a little bit, but be careful about your toss. So once a group is gathered, you'll toss the caps. On the count of 3, we have a photographer that'll be up in the press box. So graduates, just stay put. We're going to begin the recessional. The band will begin the recessional music, so just stay seated. Please stay seated until your row is dismissed. Then we'll gather in front of the Cougar Head and have the hat toss photo. All right, Mr. McCarowitz, are we ready for the recessional music? Staff ushers, if you could please usher your students out the middle aisle towards the hat toss area. Thank you. But our photographer is up there in the press box. And so on the count of three, the official cap toss picture. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations, graduates. Parents that are down on the field, clear a path for the kids. You are getting your diplomas in the stadium parking lot, exiting through the center tunnel.